Hello, my mystic friends. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate, and today we're going to be diving into the month of November of 2025, this monthly astrology forecast. I want to share insights with you in order to help you connect with your inner wisdom to move more in alignment with the universe. Now, I do have some exciting news to share. I am excited to share my 2026 year ahead astrology forecast. Each one is an extended video with a detailed PDF that explains the key transits, the eclipses, and all the shifts so you can help navigate your year with confidence. You can grab your sign or bundle all 12 at willowgracemystic.com or in the link below. So for my Taurus friends, November of 2025 is going to be both a mirror for you and a doorway for you to walk through. The mirror is going to show you how far you've come by building your stability, your self-worth, your resilience, while the doorway is literally beckoning you into a deeper opportunity for transformation in order to create the foundations of your life. As a Taurus, you crave steadiness, harmony, comfort. But this month, the universe is literally guiding you to kind of stretch yourself, to release, to realign what is truly nourishing for your soul. I want to start with November 5th. You're going to have a full moon. Now, what's great about this full moon, it's all about you. So a full moon is going to be in your sign, so we know it has everything to do with yourself, your identity, your personal expression, your website, your business card. It's literally who you are. Full moons, they bring about endings and culminations, and they bring about revelations. And when this one lands in your own sign, it's going to be felt deeply personal for you. This will be a time of emotional clarity where you may finally understand what you need to release in order to step forward with authenticity. You might feel more visible to others now. Your emotions can definitely run higher. So instead of resisting this, allow yourself to just fully feel. The Taurus full moon is gentle yet firm. It asks you to slow down, to ground yourself in the present moment, to acknowledge how far you've come, how far you've grown. This is a powerful opportunity to shed any old skin. This is a role that no longer you wish to play, or that's something that you identify with. It just feels so small for truly stepping into who are you really becoming. Now, just a couple days later, on November 7th, we're now going to have Uranus back up retrograde, back into your first house. Uranus will electrify it one more time. So you've been experiencing Uranus's revolutionary energy within your sign for years. But this time, it now backs up and retrogrades, and it returns to signal that there's another wave of an awakening for you. There can be sudden insights. This could be shifting within your own personal goals or unexpected changes in how other people possibly perceive you. Uranus went into Gemini and started its path. And then now that it's coming back, it's the universe's way of freeing you from self-definitions that just no longer fit. Trust that even if this feels unsettling, because Uranus in an earth sign feels like a little bit much like an earthquake, these changes, they're guiding you closer for your own authentic self. Now, on the same day, you're going to have Venus in your partnership sector, your 7th house. It's going to square off with Pluto in the top of your chart, your career, your job. Now, squares always create tension. The purpose for the tension is to create growth. And so this is creating tension between your 7th house of relationships and your 10th house of career and reputation, or your legacy or your responsibilities. You might find yourself caught between the demands between you and a partnership, or between your own professional ambitions. There can be power struggles that come up, or control dynamics that come up with a partner or a boss or an authority figure, or this could be you being the authority figure. So instead of forcing an outcome, lean into Venus's wisdom. Choose honesty, choose compassion, and look to transform over fear and manipulation. Remember that Venus likes to bring people, places, and things together. So then just a couple more days later, we move into November 9th. Now on November 9th, Mercury is now going to station retrograde. Mercury, it activates your 8th house of intimacy, shared resources, transformation. Mercury rules our thoughts, ideas, communication. And so this retrograde will be encouraging you to go back and to revisit possibly old financial agreements, agreements that you've had between either a business partner or a significant other. This could be exes, so think alimony and child support, or with family members, because this can be about past wounds that are connected to trust, power, vulnerability. There can be conversations around shared money and debt and possibly emotional entanglements that now kind of get stirred up and resurface. For you, my Taurus friends, this period is not about making new commitments, but about reevaluating your existing ones. There is something that's unresolved from the past that's now going to circle back around. It's offering you a chance to gain some closure or to renegotiate. You might also be called to take a deep dive into your own personal subconscious, to go within, to reflect on what are the fears that are holding you back. Mercury retrograde here is a reminder that true security, it's not only material, but it's also emotional and spiritual. And then I want to move towards 2 more days. We move to the 11th. Now on the 11th, Jupiter is now going to be stationing retrograde. Jupiter is this planet of abundance and expansion, higher wisdom and learning. And so it's lighting up your house of communication and your learning and your local environment, like with neighbors and siblings. And so normally Jupiter expands. It brings all of these opportunities and gifts. But during retrograde, it slows down the outward momentum and it turns the focus inward. This is going to be a time to revisit old ideas, to reconnect with siblings or neighbors, or for you to return to a subject of study, a class or a workshop that maybe a book or something that you left on the back burner and now it gets brought back up. And so it's like a chance to finish it. This retrograde, it's inviting you to practice discernment with your words, with your thoughts, with your actions. So instead of speaking quickly or making promises that you can't keep, reflect on the deeper impact of your communication with other people. Journaling, writing, revisiting old conversations, email, phone, text, any of these things that can open up a door so that you can gain more wisdom now. And next I want to talk about November 18th. So on November 18th, Mercury retrograde is now going to move into the sign of Scorpio. It's now going to take the lessons and back them up into your 7th house of partnership. So Scorpio energy is magnetic. It pulls or it repels. And so it's pulling this intensity of partnerships, relationships, clients. This is also open enemies and exes. It brings in themes of unresolved conflict or unfinished conversations, things that have to do with past partners, or it's bringing these things to resurface them so that you can handle them in a different way. For you, my Taurus friends, relationships are a central theme that are going to happen this month for you that has to do with Mercury stationing retrograde in Scorpio. It wants you to truly dig deeper into the dynamics of trust and power and control and honesty, the power within your closest bonds or your closest connections with others. This is going to be an opportunity for transformation, not regression. These old patterns, that they can resurface so that you can finally heal and move forward, get the closure that you're looking for. Approach these situations with openness, but also with healthy boundaries. Don't allow yourself to be pulled back into manipulative games. And then one more day later, on November 20th, there's going to be a new moon. And this new moon is also conjunct or merging its energy with Mercury, that it's moving its energy backward. So on November 20th, this is when you will have this aha moment, this turning point, where you're going to gain more clarity. This is in the house of partnerships. So it's about gaining clarity in your relationships, in your contracts, in your partnerships. This can be professional or platonic or personal. This is going to be a time of insight where the information, it now comes to light, and it's like suddenly understanding the truth of a situation. This new moon offers you a chance to have a fresh start, a clean slate, a new beginning, an approach to a partnership. You might feel empowered to set new intentions for the way that you connect with others, whether it's in love or in business or within your close friendships. This new moon, it's asking you, what do I want to transform in the way that I relate with others? For you, my Taurus friends, this can truly mean letting go of outdated relationship dynamic patterns. This is also about deepening intimacy or choosing partnerships that honor your authentic self. And then one more day later, we're going to move to November 20th. Now on the 20th, we're going to have Uranus in this harmonious aspect. So Uranus is at 29 degrees, and remember that's a anaretic degree. And it's going to be in a harmonious aspect with Neptune. Both of them are retrograde, going backwards, so it's less outward, more inward. And so it softens the influence. This is linking your first house of identity, and it's linking it to your 11th house of your dreams, your goals, the community, your hopes, the people that you want to connect or collaborate with. This supportive aspect, it opens up space for you to have visionary thinking. You might feel inspired to connect with spiritual or humanitarian groups. This could be about you bringing your unique gifts, your ideas, and bringing them into more of a collective space, like sharing what you know or how you know, in order to align your personal growth with what you want for a broader vision of your future. This transit, it's encouraging you to dream boldly while still staying rooted in your truth. For you, my Taurus friends, it's a reminder that you don't have to walk this path alone, that you are part of a greater web, that your authenticity, it inspires others to also step into theirs. So this month for you, it's layered with endings and beginnings and these revelations, particularly around your identity and your relationships, your partnerships with other people. The full moon in your sign, it's really going to highlight your growth. While Uranus, it's going to push you to truly embrace change instead of resisting it. Uranus in Taurus is kind of like a little mini earthquake that can rumble and create bigger changes. Mercury retrograde, it's asking you to revisit your old wounds, your old conversations, especially within partnerships. Jupiter retrograde is inviting you to truly reflect on the way that you communicate and the way that you learn. November challenges you to balance your need for security with the inevitability of the transformation. The more you cling, I always say, let go, let flow, because the more you cling, the harder the lesson will feel. But if you soften the flow, if you trust that every ending makes its way for this richer beginning to happen, you're going to find yourself more grounded in your truth and more open to an authentic connection with others. So a mantra for you can be, I welcome transformation as a path to deeper love. I trust the wisdom of my heart. I honor my truth, and I release what no longer supports my growth. So for my Taurus friends, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below.